Exhale, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Dizzy M. Straight from the north, and you know what the vibes are. And I'm back with another episode of Unknown. And today's guest, I have to read the intro for today's guest. Okay, we never do intros, so today we're gonna do a big intro. So today's guest is the principal of the best primary school in Pretoria North. She has been principal of Law School Danimalan since 2008.
2009.
2009, okay, 2009, and she has managed to uplift the school's image since then. With her amazing leadership skills, she has managed to impact so many lives, including mine, allowing many to grow and spread their wings. Today's guest is none other than Jeffro Hetty Smith.
Oh, you can come and tell me that every morning.
How are you, Jeffro?
Fine, and you?
I'm good, Jeffro. So we're going to do a few icebreaker questions because I know, like, a lot of people know you as a principal, but we don't really know the principal at home. Okay. So the first question I have is, after a long day at work, what do you like to do to relax?
Be at home with my family and have a nice glass of wine on our stoop. And usually me and my husband, because the children are all grown up.
Oh, they gone now.
Well, there's one still at home,
Okay.
but you usually on the stoop and having
Chilling.
discussions and
Do you ever talk about work when you're at home or like,
I try not to.
okay. And the second question is, if you had to eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Sweets.
Just sweets. Like, you have to eat it for breakfast, lunch,
No,
and dinner.
then I won't like it. No, I like the variety. And if I should choose sweets,
Just sweets. What type of sweets?
sugary,
Okay.
coated sweets, yeah.
I see. Third question. If you were super rich, would you still work?
If I were super rich when I was young, I don't think so. But I'm going to the age where I can retire.
Okay.
So maybe yes, then I won't work.
So you will quit working if you are super rich right now? Like you win the lotto
No.
today?
I
Like,
think I
let's
will
say-
quit. I'm a bit tired of people harassing us at school. So I think
I agree. We will tap
If it-
into that.
if it wasn't for that,
You'll stay.
I would have stayed. Yeah.
And Jeffro, what is your favorite TV show?
Um, I watch Deeper Waters, but I'm not someone that will sit in front of the TV and I watched Yellowstone as well, but I will put on the TV, watch it, and then put
Fall
it
asleep.
off. Yeah. No, I will try to finish it.
Oh, okay,
So I
okay.
will watch it in my vacation, and then I will finish it as.
So during the week, you don't necessarily watch
No,
TV. You get
no.
home and you sleep. Or
Yeah,
you go
our
home.
TV is never on. We
Oh, okay.
switch it on.
It's bonding time.
Yeah.
And last question for the icebreaker. Do you ever feel like a celebrity to like Danimalan kids?
Yes. My children always mock me when we go to a restaurant,
Yeah.
and then before anybody recognize me, they will say, "You're Fariti, you're Fariti, you're Fariti."
So do you ever hide?
No,
So you don't mind them greeting?
I don't hide, but I don't necessarily go some places.
Okay. Just because. So you heard it. Being a principal is almost like a celebrity. With that being said, we can get into why we're really here today.
Okay.
I'm just quickly opening my questions. Jeffro, we never ever prepare. We just go off. So for this one, I had to make sure that it's prepared because there's a lot of things I would like to touch on. And I think a lot of people would like to hear your side of the story with a lot of things, right? But just to start off, tell us a little bit about Law School Danimalan and what makes it unique.
I think we're like a family. and
Definitely.
we treat the staff and the learners like family. So it's like home away from home, and I think that makes it different.
Definitely, I can attest to that. It's you never want to leave when you're here. It's like literally your second home. For those that don't know, I was once here, right? And one thing that stands out about the school is the fact that the school has Article 38A. Could you explain to us what is that and why did the school implement Article 38A?
Okay, it's like an incentive or a overtime that we pay our teachers because a lot of them are working from 7 to 2, so they already do their 7 hours in a day without a lunch, and then afterwards they must carry on and do their extramural activities. So for SGB employees, we don't have to name it Article 38A, it's just overtime.
Okay.
But for, or yeah, like overtime payment. But for state paid, government paid employees, we must apply to pay them extra, and that is called Article 38.8.
Okay.
38.8,
Yeah.
yes. So we know that teachers put in a lot of effort, and we just want to reward them for doing that. And yeah, there's certain rules and regulations that we must adhere to when we apply for it. But it's basically overtime, and what it does, it motivates people to do extra.
Definitely.
Because before we had that, when we asked people to do extramural activities, some would say, no, I can't, I have a bad back,
Yeah.
or no, I can't because of this. And what we've seen is, since we've implemented this, people want to do extramural
That's why they
activities.
always, yeah.
Yeah, and they don't care if one person does it and another doesn't do anything at school, because they know they're getting paid extra. So that
Definitely.
person who has got other circumstances and they can't be part of the extramural program, they are not, seen as a weakling,
Yeah.
or not putting in their weight where we need it. So people that want to now starts doing the job, and that's the difference.
Would you recommend this for other schools, Yafra?
Yes, definitely, but it's a costly expenditure, so I don't think everybody can do it. But I think most schools, if they see the benefit, it's with the payment, because teachers put in a lot of hours for planning and for marking books. So extramural activities. And the way we do it is definitely something that I would pay extra for.
So, yeah, you guys heard it. If you are at another school, maybe try paying the teachers a little bit extra, because I can definitely say it was one of those things that would like motivate me when I was here to say, you know what, you can make a little bit extra and you're still having fun. So, I mean, it's not all hell. Okay, Efra. Law School Danimalan is in Pretoria North, predominantly a middle to lower middle class suburb. Despite this, the school seems to be thriving in an area where many schools struggle. What what do you attribute that success to?
I think parents know that they get quality for what they pay for. So our school fees are not high. It's 15,000 a year.
Okay.
So it's very low. And they know that they're getting the same kind of quality as they would get somewhere else, where it's maybe double or triple what we ask. And then we have a high income group as well. And yeah, people like our brand, and they feel like they're getting their money's worth. That's
Definitely.
what I think.
And how is Danimalan able to compete with the what we would call the higher class schools, like when you go to your Centurions and whatnot? Because I think personally, when you come here and you go to other schools around here, you can see the big difference. So, what does Danny Malan do in order to? Do you not look at this side of the world and you compete with that side in order to stay on that standard, or you just want to be the best here?
Oh no, never. We are the best. They are striving to be us. No, I would always try to look at other schools, see what they are offering, and make sure that our children gets an equal opportunity at our school. So I think that's the most important thing. You mustn't strive to be the best in your little
Area.
area. You must be the best in a big area or in the country or whatever. So that is what we always strive, and we are never perfect. So we will learn new things and we will try that. So we always strive for excellence, and I don't think if we go anywhere. People will say, "Oh, the poor school is here," or
Yeah.
whatever. We don't have
That stigma.
that name
Yeah,
or brand or thing.
definitely.
So I think that's the main thing. We strive for excellence, and we strive to be the best, and we don't have to stand back to anybody. And even though we are in a community where there's rich, poor, and middle class, we offer what other schools can offer for triple the money that they
Definitely.
ask.
Do principals ever come together and sit down and just like tell each other like, "Yeah, I did this first," or like, I'm the one that created this and you copying me." Do you guys ever have like that type of meet up?
No, we like to share. So we have a community of principals. So we have a small group that meets up once a week, and then we have a bigger group that meets up once a term. And what we will do is we will share. So if someone says, "I want to start this at my school," we will um, give them all the information they
And
need to
support
do
each other?
this. Yeah, and if someone say I did this first, it's like a joke. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there is that little competition amongst.
There are definitely competition between schools. Yeah, because they all want the best children in their school, and they all want their schools to be full to capacity. So there's definitely that, especially in regions, in certain regions, there are competition.
Okay, your friend.
So I will hold my cards close to me.
So you play smart.
Some things I will not share.
So you stay the best.
Yes.
So Efra, you are obviously in a position where most would say it's a male dominated position. I mean, growing up myself, all the principals were mainly male. And when you stepped into this field of becoming the principal of Law School Dani Malan, what are the challenges that you faced as a female in a position that would be commended as a male position?
When I was appointed, I was one of the few female principals. And I just thought, you know what? Um, I'm just gonna be myself. I'm not gonna wear chinos and
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, you're right.
I'm just gonna be myself and do it my way. Um, I did, I think the challenges were some parents thought, oh no, now
Yeah,
Rappi is going to take a dive
yeah.
because there's a female principal, or some perceptions in the beginning. But I think people changed their mind quickly because I saw that the quality that I brought as a female, and it can be a male as well. But I think the the detail
Yeah, you're right.
that women are thinking about. is things that parents do like. So I think that was the the perception was there. You know, I will fail. I'm too soft, and but I think people changed and said when there's a female principal, there's a lot more attention to
Yeah,
detail.
details,
Yeah.
and it's more balanced. And I believe you like um, delegate the work accordingly. So you're not the type of principal that would want to say, I'm in power, but you have a whole team behind you. And Yefra, I would just like to know, what did you look at when you set up your whole team in terms of the management team, the team behind you that helps you?
Um, I do succession planning, so I
Okay.
make sure that the people that are in lower positions, management positions, that they will be able to take over one day, and also we have different things that everybody needs to do. And sometimes they would ask, I've done this for 3 years, I want a new thing to do. We have a saying, vat so seevee.
Fatswe yeah.
Yeah, so when they feel now they did this very well, then they will ask, can I have a new thing to do? And then we will shift the tasks around. But mainly, people that I choose is someone with management skills already, and then I can actually give them anything to do because they know how to manage.
You
So
trust them.
yeah, it doesn't matter if they are what I give them. They will make sure that they find out how to do it to perfection.
Another thing that's interesting is the fact that Dani Malan has so many staff members, and I think also has so many young staff members which are assistants, um, growing into becoming teachers. Why do you employ so many young people? Is there like a specific idea behind employing young people, or you just think, oh, they're cool?
They are cool. We need to help or do succession planning again. We need to get people that will replace us. So and with young people, it helps a lot because they are eager to help with the extramural activities. The children relate very well to them. So we employ them as class teachers. So they will be in a class with a class teacher, and then they can learn from that teacher. We would like to the teacher to be a mentor to that young um, education student. And then we know that when they finish here, they can either work at our school when we have an opening, or they can go to another school and do amazing things.
Definitely. So the whole idea is just to always keep the education field very impactful and young and always busy, because it's a very busy school here. 'Cause
Yeah.
we are obviously sports and everything. And now this is for my fellow assistants. Uh, One, I asked, "Do you have questions for me?" And they asked me, "What should they do in order to get a post here?"
I always say that if you want to become a head of department, you should do things that a head of department does while you are a post level one teacher. So if I appoint a head of department, I will see, oh, they're doing this already. This is something that a head of department is doing, or and the same with a deputy and so on. So when I appoint a teacher, then I would look and I would see, but this person doesn't remind me of a student. This person reminds me of a teacher. They take responsibility. they do more than what is expected of them. You know, they're not fooling around. They're taking their job seriously, and that's when we see that they are ready to, you know, be
Become
part of
teachers.
our school. Yeah.
And you'll call them and say, hey, I have a job for
Yes, we have done it.
you.
We have done it.
Multiple times. I know you, bro.
Yeah.
Hey. So, oh, another question that was very interesting from the producer. School marketing isn't something most primary school focuses on, yet Dani Malan takes it very seriously. What is the reasoning behind Dani Malan taking marketing so serious?
Well, we want to attract people that will be proud of our brand, and we want to attract people that you know also strive for excellence. So, and we want to show people what we are all about. Just open a window and say, look at the amazing things we are doing. Bring your children here and become part of this amazing school, because we need people, especially parents that are invested in their children. And that's where you attract the right kind of parent, a parent who is invested in their children. They bring a good child to school that we can teach. So that's why we do marketing, and also just to show the world that we can also compete.
And
And
be cool. It's very cool. I think a lot of schools don't focus a lot on that, and maybe it's because like Dani Malan has the advantages of being able to employ a lot of um, young assistants, so they are very eager to do that, and I think this raises like a lot of eyes, like oh my gosh, this looks so nice, and I think don't you think that's mainly why every year you have so many people.
so we must stop marketing, then we will have no problem at our gates anymore. Is that what
maybe
you're saying?
maybe just mock it a little bit. Like we are very strict military based school, that's why we wear green. I'm joking, yeah, bro. But do you suggest that other schools take big investments into marketing, maybe so that the pressure is alleviated? Because we see Dani Malan on Facebook, you go on Instagram, they there, and Yefro's here sitting now, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, you know. Do you think more principals should be open? Because a lot of people don't think marketing is a necessity for a company. So do you think they should actually have like a budget to say we are going to do marketing?
If your product is good, you need marketing. If
Mm,
your product is not good, marketing is not going to help you.
mm, mm.
So, yes, first get your product, because word of mouth was our first. I always said that when we interact with people, it's like taking your car for a service. If it comes back and it's washed, then you are impressed. So I encourage our staff to do extra. So if you meet with a parent, if you meet with a child, go the extra mile, because word of mouth is actually what sells a school the most. And I think with all the bad publicity that we get, people still come to our school because word of mouth is the stronger one
Yeah,
here. So
definitely.
they know that okay, it was one day that there were problems there. Most of all of the time,
Yeah.
it's a good school, and we get good results.
It's
So
just in the first 2 weeks of January that there's
only
bad.
one day, only one
It's
day.
literally one day actually. So yeah, Fro, with that being said, what is the most challenging part about your job?
Well, I don't like to discipline adults. So if someone, say for instance, someone didn't do a good job and I have to reprimand them, I struggle with it. So it's like when your children are doing something wrong, and you think, what could I have done differently?
Yeah.
So you first struggle with that, and then you address it. But the main thing is it's difficult. Yeah, if you have to to discipline someone, not school children, the adults,
Adults,
because school children, they are still learning, and
and it's fine.
yeah, it's fine. And I also struggle with if I feel that a child has been, negatively impacted, then I feel a strong commitment to say no. I need to to act, and I need to act strict. Um, but that is, I don't like conflict, so it's very difficult for me to do it, but I do it.
Do you ever feel like the staff members here are scared of you?
In some cases, maybe if they're doing the wrong thing, they're gonna be
Mm,
scared. If they're not doing the wrong thing, I'm not one that will go and look if I can find out if you are
something wrong.
doing wrong. So if you're doing the right thing, then nobody will be scared of me.
Definitely. I think that's true. And we're almost at the end, Yafra. If you could change or improve one thing about the school, what would it be?
I am a strong believer that quality education is achieved by lower learner teacher ratio. So I will have less children in the school, um, 25 to 30 learners in a class, because then the teacher will actually get to everybody and be able to help everybody. And teachers will be less stressed, and quality education can be achieved. So it's a very demanding profession, and we are
Very
losing
demanding.
a lot of good teachers because of overcrowding in classrooms. So if you make me Minister of Education, I will definitely build more schools and lower the teacher learner ratio to 25 to 30.
Which will really help because it does get really crazy at some point. And I think mentally for also teachers, they get tired and they still need to come back tomorrow and get some more tired. And I think that is true. And having less learners in a class would really help. So you can be able, even though you have assistance, it still doesn't really have that much of an impact. So yeah, Yafra, I would like to know, if you were not in teaching, would you be a businesswoman?
I was a dreamer and I wanted to become an actress.
Is it?
Yes.
Can't
Um,
believe it.
yes, but you can act in your class and be funny, and have an audience that can laugh at your jokes. So I have the best of both worlds.
So you would have been an actor.
Actress,
Actress,
yes.
sorry,
No,
yes.
yeah.
Oh.
No.
Can you do like a line? Did you take drama in high school or
I did take drama. Yeah.
so you're a very artistic principal as well. So you have the creative side
Yes,
of
yeah.
you.
If you're in my class, you would have known what I
Yeah.
was talking about.
I've seen you act a few times here, bro. We've had a concert here and you acted very well. So I guess you really enjoy that. Last question. What's a quote from a book that you really like, that keeps you going maybe or motivates you?
Um, One quote is that we need to work smarter, not harder, because we need to reduce the workload. So I will always think about ways to reduce the workload so that we don't put that much strain on teachers. And another one is, let me just think, quality is a Christian concern, because work is, for a Christian, is a daily offering to God. So I really feel that I was placed here um, by God, and I have a duty to make sure that because I'm in charge. So if something happens on my watch, what why did he put me
Yeah.
here? So yeah, I feel like my job is a daily offering to God.
There you heard it, guys. We have the principal of Law School, Dani Malan. Such an amazing woman. Very smart and also can act. If you want to say anything to your Dani Malan learners, your previous Dani Malan learners, your previous staff members,
Now's the time.
yeah, your friend.
I think that everybody knows when you were once at Donny Milan and you were part of the team, that you will always be part of the team. So, ex colleagues, ex students, um, parents that were parents here long ago, they still feel like family when they come here. And that's because we believe in relationships and build relationships and treat people with dignity and like family.
Definitely, your friend. Thank you so much for having us here, bro. We really appreciate it at BrassBeats Media. And like I always say, once a Dani Malana, always a Dani Malana. And you'll see me a lot. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, leave a comment on who we should get next. Just say hi to your friend. I think you're gonna read the comments just to see what people will say. And yeah, man. It's all love from BrassBeats Media. This is the Unknown Show. I'm your boy Dizzy. I'm straight from the north, and I'm signing out. Bye.